Did you see 48 Oyster Lady? Thank you for reminding me. I did indeed see a lady who didn't want to go on a date with a guy, but she went on the date anyway, just so she could eat 48 oysters.
Y'all, so today I linked with this nigga I met a few weeks ago out with my friends. This nigga been texting me for weeks talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, bitch, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best fucking oysters in Atlanta, like, hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content, come on. It's so good. Y'all, when the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat. And I was coming anyway. I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby. Why the fuck this bitch ass nigga say he going to the bathroom and never come back? The fuck? I'm like, hold the fuck on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes, bitch. What the fuck this nigga at? Had to end up grabbing a tab, bitch. Nigga left me with his little one fucking drink. Yeah, bitch. I'm so glad, bitch, keep me some money, cause what? That was crazy to me. And I said, bitch, you running out on the tab. He talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I'm not going to say anything that hasn't already been said. 48 oysters is an absolutely gargantuan accomplishment. Like, it's a number of oysters that, quite frankly, boggles the mind. Like, I think... in the video, it really didn't censor her slurp sounds at all. She was just going... 4 dozen oysters is crazy. I think, to be honest with you... Before we found out that Kate is allergic to oysters, we used to get them, you know, a couple times a year. And splitting a dozen oysters between the two of us would probably be like a little, that would be enough. It certainly would not be at the point where we'd be getting more. Splitting a half dozen is probably like more realistic. But it's not that I couldn't eat more, I guess. It's just I was kind of like, I could eat more of something that's not an oyster. I could eat 24 oysters easily. I mean, I don't mind oysters. If I was like on Fear Factor or something and they were like, you gotta eat oysters, I'd be like, that 50,000 is mine. My girlfriend always gets like 36 oysters. I don't know. There's no way your girlfriend is only 12 oysters away from that viral TikTok. 36 oysters is too much. I mean, I could eat 36 probably, but I think that was bait. If it's not bait, I apologize, because it probably stings to hear, but... Once my friend had me try his oysters, I said I liked it, and then he ordered me 8 more immediately. It was gross. It is one of those things, like, I like oysters... But I don't really want to eat like more than like 4 of them. Like by the last 2.5 dozen, I am kind of like, oh, there's still 2 oysters left, huh? More than once I have eaten 36 $1 oysters. Man, that's crazy to me. Are you guys eating the shell, or are you scraping it out? Are you peeling those? What do you like to put on them? I'll do whatever, man. I'll take them au natural. I'll take a little oyster Rockefeller. I'll take a little Tabasco. I'll take a little, like, sometimes they put, like chopped up green onions or chives on top of them, red onions, stuff like that. I'll do whatever. Basically anything with some flavor that enhances / masks the saltiness of eating an entire bivalve whole. I missed all the Indian food discourse when I was gone. You see that viral video of the dude eating Indian food for the first time?
Today we're trying Indian food. We got the buttered chicken, the garlic naan, the onion bhajia, the gulab jamun. I think I got that right. And this came with some sauce and a whole basin of rice. Now let's try a piece of this garlic naan. It's paper thin. That seasoning is out of this world. It has a nice garlic parmesan taste, and that is cooked to perfection. I'm not even joking. It's thin bread, but it has so much flavor to it. In fact, this might be the best bread I've ever had in my life. 9.5. Now let's try this buttered chicken for the very first time. Now, they didn't give me a fork or nothing, so thankfully I had a fork in my car, but yeah. Holy crap! This might be the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. Okay, let me chill out. This chicken is like, it's like liquid. It just melts in your mouth, okay? This is divine. It is not the best thing I've ever had in my life, but it is truly divine. One of the best things I've had in my life. I give this a 9.9. I am absolutely blown away. I'm gonna be getting this a lot more. We're gonna break off a piece of this garlic naan and dip it in the buttered chicken. Let's see how good this is. My taste buds have been violated. That should be a crime. That, I'm tweaking.
I feel like almost everyone who has tried Indian food really likes it. But even if you don't like it, that's fine. But if you're like on your own and you've never tried Indian food, you gotta get on that. You gotta at least give it a shot. The fact that like there's people out there in positions of relative influence and power in social media that have like made it to age 30 without ever trying Indian food is kind of mind-blowing to me. I get that not everybody lives in a place where it's like readily available, but really over like 12 years of relatively independent adult living, you never said, I wonder what's going on with this kind of cuisine that has spread from the Indian subcontinent to like every city around the world and is universally beloved. You never thought like I'm gonna give that a little try instead of what I normally have, just one time. It does kind of look like vomit. It doesn't though. It just looks like it's got sauce on it. Like, I mean, if I guess you'd be pretty sick if like marinara sauce looked like vomit, but like it's fairly similar. Like you know, a tikka masala versus a bolognese or something like that. It just looks like it's in a sauce. Have you tried lasagna yet? Listen, that's different. I don't get that many opportunities to try lasagna, okay? What's gonna happen at some point is I'm gonna go to somebody's house and they're gonna be like, we made lasagna. That's all we've got. Is that fine? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course that's fine. I'm an adult. I'll try lasagna. And I'll probably like it. But there's so much other, if you'll allow me to toddler post, there's so much other yummy food at every like Italian or Greek restaurant that my ass is not wasting an order on lasagna. Hey, lasagna lover, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. You see the Letterboxd review for the Super Mario Brothers movie, which said 3 stars? I showed up to work before we watched this movie dressed like Funky Kong and no one knew who I was. My boss said, who are you supposed to be? I said, just wait, and then they never appeared in the movie. Incredible review. Did you see the post? Librarian, you got a lot of work cut out for you here. Did you see the post that was like the dudes working out in the gym, but then the quote tweet was like Nicki Minaj spotted in the background, and it was the guy warming up for his set, and he had his, I have to move a little further back. He had his arms on his waist like this and was going like, did you see that one? There's something about, I don't even know that much about Nicki Minaj, but as soon as I saw that dude with his hands on his hips like that, I was like, I get the joke. Which is big for me. That's a big step. I think if anything, we skip the next one. We go for the super foil on the next one. It would be amazing to get Juggler. Please VIP the librarian. Okay, VIP. The time is right because they need the link. Okay. I've had Origin. You can still ban them. VIPs are not above mods in the hierarchy. They need to be able to post links. Have you ever seen that tweet? This might be the funniest tweet that I don't understand, but I think is hilarious. It's the tweet starts like 38-year-old girlfriend that still says sus or something like that. And then the body of her text, or the text of her body, is like, Twitter is debating whether or not PAWG is a slur, and I just can't with this hell site today. And then the next line is me popping a boner so huge after hearing PAWG that I think I might faint. And then their quote was, I think I have COVID. I don't know. It's just a great tweet. I don't know. I'm so jealous of people who can come up with a joke like that. There's no punchline, and it's so funny. Someone saying, I just can't with this hell site today is so good. I was thinking about that. Listen, I'm gonna get booed for this, but and I deserve to. I was thinking about that every time, like, something gets retweeted into my feed that's like, here's the current status of the SAG after a strike, and here's what you can do to help. And I'm like, I'm taking a shit right now. I can't do anything. I'm not in the business. I'm supporting you, like, ideologically, but there's nothing I could do to help you get one over on Bob Iger. You know, it's like I'm already doing what I'm already not watching shit because it all sucks anyway. I'm doing what I can, okay? The ultimate +2 is a +2 from everyone but a -2 from Origin. That's like a super +2. That's like when you shoot the moon in in Hearts. And you're like, wait a minute, my hand fucking sucks. Wait a minute, my hand fucking sucks. It sucks so bad, I'm about to win. I'm saving my money. I think I have COVID. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Ooh. He knows about the Full House. My uncle, when he's an executive at NBC, CBS, who made Full House? Hey, did you know that Shonda Rhimes made like every show that was popular on ABC from 2006 to 2019? And then when she was renegotiating her contract with ABC, which is owned by Disney, one of the things she wanted was another all-access pass for her family to go to Disneyland. Which there's like, I don't know, it doesn't even, the cash value of that might end up being like $1,000. And then they were like, yeah, whatever. So they gave it to her, and then it didn't work when they got to the park. So she called the exec and was like, hey, my stuff doesn't work. And they said, don't you have enough as is? And she immediately called her agent and said, get me a deal with Netflix. And that's how Bridgerton came to pass. You want to talk about like the worst contract negotiation of all time. You lost the producer who created Grey's Anatomy over a day's admission to Disneyland when you're Disney, i.e. it costs you nothing. You thought you really needed the extra $154 from Shonda Rhimes? She is so real for that, though. That's true. My ass would have been like, you're right. I'll use my credit card. By the way, I need to expand on my tweet a little bit. My tweet was, all the tall MFers in the NBA, now that there's an even taller MFer, and it's the reaction image, I want to go back to having fun. Is anybody else who's not that tall loving seeing extremely tall basketball players look short because of the rise of Victor Wembanyama? I'm like, now you know what it's like, you 6'8" motherfucker. Ever since middle school, your ass was scoring like 75 points a game just because of a literal genetic advantage. Now all of a sudden you're out, like, The dude is dunking on you from the key, and you're looking at people like, what am I supposed to do? My hands were up as high as they go. And I'm like, God, I know, brother. Most of us learned that lesson in like grade 6 or something like that. You make it to the school team because you're like cracked at making layups or whatever, and then all of a sudden you realize that like one kid at the school across town for some reason is like 6'5" in the 8th grade, and you're like, there goes that dream. Banshees of Inisherin. Now all of a sudden, you got Victor Wembanyama, and they're like, being tall isn't fair. And you're like, welcome to basketball, bitch. That's what it's been like since it was invented. There's a tall guy in Banshees of Inisherin? No, obviously not. It takes place in Ireland. Oh, come on. I'm 5'9.5". I can say whatever I want to say. Did you see Cliffy B reposting one of the AI-generated Pixar memes and saying, holy shit, I've been looking at these all day and I almost threw up because it's so funny? I genuinely don't have anything against Cliffy B because I feel like most of the time he just stays in his lane. I mean, the shit had like 46 likes or something like that, but after it got quote tweeted, it's bad, man. I'm sorry. No. It was the sofa one. It wasn't the... I did see the one where the lady... It's smartest blue check where the tattooed lady in high-rise denim shorts is being chased by the ghost of a bunch of crying babies, and he said, this is so sad. And then all the blue... It's driving me crazy. All the blue checks in the replies are like, are the ghost babies supposed to represent the abortions she's had? And the dude's like... Sorry, yeah. I know that was a little subtle, but yeah, that's the point. You got it. I'm sorry, I made it maybe a little too advanced. And then you like the dude made the art and is like sad at the art. I mean, he didn't make the art, like the AI made the art, but he made the prompt, and then he's like, this is so sad. It's not real. You made it. If someone drew it and you were saying it's so sad, that's also like insanely pathetic, but like you made it, dude. It's not real. Anyway, but the Cliffy B one, I'm like, dude, it just... I mean, it's bad for me because it disabused me of the notion that you necessarily get better taste as you get older. 'Cause that's like kind of the way it goes from like childhood. It's like, you know, you like Coco Melon, and then you get a little older and you like, I don't know, fucking like Nickelodeon cartoons or whatever. Sorry! No, they're good art people. They don't grow out of them. Those are actually for all ages. Okay, sure. Then as a teenager, you probably get like really into like some cringe-worthy stuff, but a few years after that, you're like, whoa, bro, have you ever seen Koyaanisqatsi? It's fucking guy who's seen 200 movies. You really got to get on Koyaanisqatsi. It's a thoughtful meditation that stretches the medium of cinema. Guy who's seen 2,000 films, y'all really got to check out Crank 2 High Voltage. It goes hard. Anyway, long story short, I just can't imagine being 46 years old and being like, check out this AI-generated Pixar meme that references like pornography. It's hilarious. Also, I'm a little worried about society, because when people were talking about like, oh, AI is going to cause problems, it got shot, because we won't be able to tell like what's AI and what's not. I was like, sure, maybe one day, but not today. I can tell like every single time. But then, like 40% of blue check replies on Twitter to viral posts are restating the original post, but in different words. And people reply as if they're a real person. And I'm like, you're cooked. Like, if you're getting beat by ChatGPT-4 bots on Twitter right now, you have no future. Your ass is getting killed in the robot war. It's so over. Well, I think that most of those people are not in positions of power, so it's probably okay. But here's what I think we should do to fix the problem. If you get got by a bot, that bot gets to take over your life in society, because they are gonna do more with it. Sorry if that offends you. You trade places with the bot. You become the bot. Now that doesn't mean you're toast. It just means you're in the gulag. You have to then trick another human being when you're in bot mode into thinking that you're a human being, and then you take their spot. Like, I'll tell you, my ass is not going to the gulag to somebody like an AI-generated person that doesn't exist wearing a suit. Their name is like Doctor something to give them an air of authority. They've got 6 followers. They say, like, I'm an expert in nutrition. By the way, all of my posts are replies to pop tings about Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm not going down like that. Maybe in 5-10 years, you'll catch me in the gulag. I'll be like, I got by someone that said something that I already agreed with what they said, and that let my guard down. My own bias made me lose my skepticism, and now you find me in the AI gulag. What if Pixar made a movie that wasn't appropriate? Oh, a crying emoji is the fucking funniest. What if a fucking dog was a fucking cat, bro? Holy shit. Can you even say that? Dogs are not cats, man. That would be crazy. Now, I know what you're going to say. What if a baby was a boss? Let's not go crazy, okay? That movie's got some artistic merit to it. Yeah, well, we're not the same, are we? Because my favorite commercial is, let's pretend we don't exist. Let's go to Outback tonight. I dream of bloke-sized lagers. Let's forget we ordered bloomin' onions now. Let's order 2 appetizers. I'll get the bloke-sized cactus fries. You'll get the bloomin' onion burger. Let's pretend we don't exist. Let's go to Outback tonight.